the shorties know nothing but clothes. No stopping at my Pirelli's on. Unlike my jewelry that's always on. I know the storm is coming.
We're in the Valley of the Sun. Few places in the country as picturesque as the desert Southwest. And we've got a good one on tap here at State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. At their own 22-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. This pass complete to Pollard on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. A first carry for Tyler Algier. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT. You look at this Arizona defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Setting up the screen, here's Algier. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay. Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Come on. Set. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Cut 19.
They'll look to throw. Complete. Jefferson the target. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. The Vikings send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. All told, a 54-yard punt, 13 on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing is McCarthy. He gets it to Addison. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
First down. First and 10 at the 45.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. Down the right sideline. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards.
First and 10 at the 14.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
And 10 at the Vikings 14-yard line.
To the air with McCarthy. This is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Marvin Harrison Jr., his second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0.
7. Vikings nothing. Will Baker to kick off.
The Cardinals setting out to kick this one away, and off we go. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. A quick throw there is incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. That'll bring up second down. But you look at this defense. They come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he goes out right around the 39. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
On the jump. Stephanie! The Eagles, 60 Eagles. 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
They'll run for it with Algier. That is brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Panther 11, Panther 11.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Dragon 60. Ready. Tap 19 tight, 19 tight. Mustang 19. Ready.
They're going to look to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Dumps this one off to Algier. And he's got this down to the 35. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 70 Rangers, 60.
Back to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Butker is on target. And we are tied at 7.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Townsend. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
On play action. Now McCarthy. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now he's loose down the middle of the field. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that will agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
Ready? Tap the 60, tap the 60. Go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Get it.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's dumped off to Poe. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside. And they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy sideline, right?
Sammy sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here we go. 19, hop, 70, hop, ready.
They'll look to throw again. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Harrison Butker on for the field goal.
Butker's kick here is good.
His kick is
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Harrison Butker.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And they'll run on 3rd down to Charbonnet. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. The Cardinals at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. And they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins and take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 49.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. On 1st down, it's Townsend. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pass complete there to Harrison. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Townsend. Then he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Out of the gun to give the Spears. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Cardinals will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10.
Vikings 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That will dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
The Vikings 1st down.
Fix the Eagles! Fix the Eagles! 19 tight! 19 tight!
Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Morales. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Second down and 3.
Come 19!
They'll set up a throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Cougar 19. Ready?
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Minnesota.
Here we go. Stretch. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Dragon 60.
Back to throw now on first down. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Morales.
Hurry, hurry. Hurry, hurry.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And the half will begin with a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
50-yard line.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And they'll be left with second and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 43-yard line.
Now McCarthy. He finds his man, complete. It's Townsend. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down. Here's McCarthy. A short one here, caught by McBride. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
14 more yards.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
On 1st and 10, it's Spears. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
1-yard gain.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Looking to throw McCarthy. He'll get that complete to Harrison. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing is McCarthy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Trey McBride, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Mustang 19. Get it.
He'll look to throw. He's got this to Algier. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. This pass complete to Pollard on the out route. And he will have the Vikings first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
First down.
19 Chargers. 19 Chargers.
First down.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And a little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. There for the stop defensively, Nick Bonito.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball, then limit that gain.
Ready.
Here's 2nd and 8. That's complete to Mooney. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 21. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
19 Chargers.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. There's Mooney with another catch. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Algier. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. We've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Set. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
They'll set up to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Garrett Williams. And the Cardinals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
And 7 at the 23-yard line.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Harrison. Just a gain of a couple there. And it brings up 35 now.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
The Cardinals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
To the air with McCarthy.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked off by Bobby Okereke.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Trap 60, trap 60. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Buffalo 18.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Dumps one off to Algier.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Tyler Algier.
29 yards. And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
The Vikings will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. That's caught. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th.
Harrison Butker is set to kick
Now
off.
after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That ball caught by Harrison. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Able to get this one to McBride. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Sticking with a pass. Here's McCarthy.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
On play action, McCarthy.
And he comes back with one complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 20-yard line.
1st down.
They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
On the jump.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So that one a disaster, a big loss there with 2nd down coming up.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play. I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, Something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open. That makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. And his kick is indeed good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's first and 10. That's thrown underneath to Algier. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
A gain of 15 yards. That's another Vikings first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. This is first and 10.
Come on.
Give to Algier from the shotgun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 38-yard line. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flash.
Back to throw. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Back to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Garrett Williams. And the Cards have just about sewn up this football game.
Intercepted. The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And they work this well upfield across the 45. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They'll keep it on the ground. Townsend. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because We've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game. What year was that? 1970.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, Howard should just about put a capper on this game.
We see this a lot on third and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now stands at 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here's first and 10.
Dragon 60. 19, 50.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that one is incomplete, and it stops the clock at 12 seconds left in the half.
It's now second and 10.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Here we go, set.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Completes this to Jefferson. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. They'll come up first and 10 here.
A gain of 19 yards.
10 through 11.
First down,
77.
Vikings.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football.